In this video, we are going to be looking at sine rule. Now, sine rule is just one method we use to find sides or angles in a triangle, especially a triangle that is not a right angle triangle. Now, take for example, if I have this triangle, let's say this triangle is triangle ABC. So I have A, B, C. Now, what this means is that this angle here is angle A, this angle here is angle B, and this angle here is angle C. Now the side facing angle B will be side B, okay, it's a small letter B. The side facing angle A will be side A, and the side facing angle C will be side C. Now I want to find the relationship between the sides and the angles of this triangle. That's the meaning of sine rule basically. Now look at this. Now if I decide to draw a perpendicular line from this place down, it means that here is angle 90 and this side also is angle 90. Now let's call this perpendicular line H, that is the height of the triangle. Now if you look carefully, we have two triangles here. We have this right angle triangle and then we have this other right angle triangle. So for simplicity's sake, I can draw the two triangles we have. So we have this first triangle. Remember, this right angle. We have A, B, and then we can call this place here D. So we have triangle ABD. Can you see? This side is C, and this side is the perpendicular height. And then we have angle B. Then we can draw the second triangle. For the second triangle, we have this. So we still have a right angle. And this A, D, C. This angle C. And then we have H. And we have B. Now the two triangles are right angle triangles, so we can label the sides. Now remember, the side facing angle 90 is the hypotenuse. The side facing the angle given is the opposite, and then the third side is the adjacent. We do the same thing to this. We have side facing angle 90 is the hypotenuse, side facing the angle given is the opposite, and then the third side is the adjacent. Do you understand? Now the next thing we want to do is to find the relationship between the sides of each of the triangle. Now remember, sine theta equals to opposite over hypotenuse. I hope you can still remember SOHCAHTOA. Sine, opposite over hypotenuse. Now in this case, our theta, the angle given is B, opposite is H, and hypotenuse is C. So we can slot it into this formula to have sine B equals to H over C. Do you understand? Now if we cross multiply, we are going to be having H equals to C sine B. Now put this equation somewhere. We are going to get back to it. Now let's do the same thing for the triangle on the other side. So remember, sine theta equals to opposite over hypotenuse, which means that sine, in this case, the angle is what? C, equals to opposite is H over hypotenuse is B. Do you understand? So if we cross multiply, it means that H equals to B sine C. Now we've got a second equation. Now if you look in this equation, H equals to C sine B, and in this other equation, H equals to B sine C. So it means that if H equals to C sine B and H equals to B sine C, what that means is that C sine B equals to B sine C. Does that make sense? So let's do that up here. I'll be having C sine B equals to B sine C. Does this make sense? Now we can do something interesting here. We can divide both sides by sine B times sine C. So we divide both sides by sine B times sine C. Sine B will cancel sine B. Sine C will cancel sine C. So we are left with C over sine C equals to B over sine B. Can you see? It's interesting. Side C over sine C equals to side B over sine B, and by extension equals to A over sine A. This here is known as the sine rule. So sine rule is C over sine C equals to B over sine B equals to A over sine A. It could as well be A over sine A equals to B over sine B equals to C over sine C. So what we just did is to prove what the sine rule is, and here is what we conclude, that A over sine A equals to B over sine B equals to C over sine C. I hope you understand. In the next video, what we are going to be doing is to solve questions using the formula.